Hi, good morning. Welcome to this weekend's edition of the program. And we are very happy to welcome back our good friend from the Edward King House Senior Center. She would be the director because on this program, we like to go right to the top. You know what I'm saying? Carmela Gear is here. Carmela, how are you?
I'm well, Art. Good morning.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well.
Always good to have you on the program because I tell you, all the stuff you do up there at the Edward King House, and as we mentioned too, all the senior centers do a terrific job, but it's such important stuff. And as we generally do during the segments that we have you on, we're going to preview some of the things you have going on in the month of October. But let's backtrack. You had a very busy week up there, didn't you?
Oh, it's been crazy all week. It's Falls Prevention Month. We did talk about this last month, and I know that WADK has been doing some informational pieces on it as well.
Sure.
So we had our first ever Falls Prevention Fair yesterday at the King House, and we had representatives from the Newport Fire Department, from the East Bay Community Action Program and their RSVP program, which is their volunteer program, their Matter of Balance program, and our friends from Home Health Smith, who do quite a bit of work on safety equipment for the home. We're also there as well, and we had a PowerPoint that was on a constant loop that was giving information about protecting yourself from that fall that you never saw coming.
We talked about that before we actually began the program today, and that's such an important issue, especially for seniors, but not exclusive to seniors. That can really, that awful feeling of, like we mentioned years ago, that Medic Alert bracelet commercial, I've fallen and I can't get up, almost turned into a punchline. But it is a very serious issue.
It really is, and it's not just I think if most people talk about falls prevention, or when they think about it, they're thinking about the elderly, and it really isn't just for folks who are, over the age of 80. Anyone can suffer from a fall at any given time, and if I may add, there are really 4 things that we ask people to do to try and keep those falls from occurring, no matter what your age is. The first piece is to make your home safer, and sometimes I talk to my 15-year-old about this, let alone, my husband, who is just a little older than I am. But pick up your stuff off the floor. Don't leave the newspaper on the floor. Make sure that every walking area is clear of any stuff or debris or laundry or whatever the case might be. And for those of us who have pets, we need to be incredibly cognizant of our cats and our beloved dogs as well, that they tend to be underfoot all the time. They want to stay close to us. Sometimes we forget that they're there. One quick turn in the wrong direction, and no matter how old you are, you could, really take a header onto the floor and hit furniture and God knows what.
Let me tell you something. When I first got my cat, it was the first one I ever had. I had a problem with that down in the basement, and I took the door right off the dryer because I went to turn, and she was right at my feet, and down I went, and and you try to catch yourself, and that is a very, very good point.
This isn't a cane or walker issue. It's really an issue for just about anybody.
Yep.
And you really need to be really cognizant of your surroundings. So when us parents are telling our kids to pick up after themselves, or we've read the afternoon paper or the morning paper now, and we go to put it on the floor to go get something to drink. Don't put it on the floor.
No.
Put it on an upper level where you're not going to accidentally slip on it.
Yep. And those are very slippery, too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, that's the biggest thing. Make your home safer. Make your car safer, too.
Sure.
When you're tossing something into the car, and then you go to step into your car, and you slip on it, and now you've hit your head on the frame of the car. Those are the kinds of things that you really need to be aware of. Have your vision checked. Quite often folks think that they need to have their vision checked just so that they can read. But it isn't just for reading. It's depth perception, too. So you really need to have, make sure that your eyes are healthy and that you're able to see daylight or even in the evening. Night lights are incredibly important for everybody, not just for children and not just for the elderly as well. Have your medicines reviewed. In this day and age, more people are on some sort of medication of one kind or another. And even if you're taking an over-the-counter medication, in addition to the prescription medication that you're taking, you need to know whether or not those two are contraindicated to one another. So if you're taking ibuprofen or you're taking acetaminophen, but you're also taking some other medication, say for your blood pressure or whatever the case might be, ask your doctor. Make sure that it doesn't cause dizziness or lightheadedness when you go to get up and sit down. And then last but not least, a regular exercise regimen. It doesn't mean you have to join the gym, although we highly recommend it. But get up off the couch and get moving. The more sedentary you are, the more likely that you're going to fall when you go to get up. So there's my public service announcement for today.
There you go.
So that was yesterday. The day before, we supported the Clean City Project here in the city of Newport by putting together a wonderful band of volunteers who helped to stuff almost 10,000 information packets for the upcoming new waste collection program.
That's our friend Kristen Littlefield.
That's our friend Kristen Littlefield.
Yep.
And we had a really great time at the King's Center, and plastic bags and information packets galore and a little bit of pizza and a lot of camaraderie. It was a lot of fun putting together that volunteer project. And then, of course, tomorrow night is our huge event, huge member event, the annual cocktail party.
And as you're listening to this,
that's
by
right.
the way, on WADK, that would be tonight.
It would be tonight.
And if
that's
you're
right.
hearing it Sunday morning on our FM station, it's too late.
It's
but
too
anyway.
late. That's right. So we kind of shaked up or shook up the cocktail party a little bit this year. We did a little bit differently than we've done it in the past. In the past, we invited our local restaurants to offer a tray of appetizers from any one of their menus. This year we did it a little bit differently. So we've got a caterer who's going to be providing our appetizers for the event itself, but we've asked all of our local restaurants to participate by kind of building up some business for them as well. So we've gotten donations from a number of restaurants with fantastic gift certificates to their places so that we can ensure that our friends patronize all of these wonderful restaurants we have in Newport, especially now that the season is coming to a close and most of their traffic will be local traffic in the area. So we'd like to thank O'Brien's Pub, who is our major sponsor for the event. And Brick Alley Pub is participating, Cafe Zelda, Clark Cookhouse, Gary's Handy Lunch, Griswold's, La Forge, Nicholas Pizza, Sardella's, as always, is a fantastic sponsor for our program. Richard is such a wonderful supporter for the Edward King House. So we really wanted to thank them so much for all that they do to support the senior population in the city and throughout Newport County.
The local restaurants are really great. It's whether it's supporting an event you do or another local nonprofit, they're always right there with something.
Absolutely.
And,
I don't think folks really understand how much our local restaurants support the good works of all of our nonprofit agencies.
Yeah, they really do.
On the island. So we are thrilled to thank them for all of that. And John Scotti, who is a piano player extraordinaire, is going to be joining us this year. So he'll be playing tunes from the American Songbook and inviting folks who are joining us for the cocktail party to sing along.
That's
so we're
always,
really excited for that.
Always fun.
Yeah. Our knitting club has put together this beautiful Afghan that is going to be raffled off for the event. So, we've really had a lot of support from our friends and neighbors, and we are thrilled to share all of it with our members. This is a great opportunity for our members and their guests to come together and kind of reboot for the year and kind of plan for the winter months. So we're really excited.
All right.
Yeah. So that's this week.
As we move into the month of October, what
That's
you got?
Right.
What
so
you
Sunday
got
we're going to take a nap, and then when we come back on Monday, the month of October is jam-packed with so much that is happening. Let's start out with some business. So Medicare enrollment. The Medicare enrollment period begins October 15th.
Right. And
runs until December 5th. And we have our fantastic senior health insurance program coordinator, Dale Dupuy, from the Elder Services Program at Child and Family Services. She comes to our center every Wednesday from 11 to 2. So she's hosting appointments during that time period every Wednesday from October 15th to December 5th specifically for open enrollment. We ask that you do make an appointment. You don't have to come in to make the appointment. Give us a call at 846-7426, and we'll designate a time slot for you. Open enrollment does take a little bit of time to get taken care of, so it's not a 10-minute appointment. It could last upwards of half an hour to 45 minutes. So we ask seniors who are either changing their plans or newly enrolling in a new Medicare plan to please give us a call. We'd love to set up an appointment for them free of charge. That's a big one for us. In addition to that, we're supporting our friends from Festa Italiana this wonderful month of October with 2 events that are going to be held at the Edward King House. Let's see if I can remember what they both are. The first one is on Saturday, October 4th. Our Italian Family Heritage area Italian Americans will be sharing their ancestors' contributions to the culture of Aquidneck Island. There's a free will offering for that particular program from 2 to 4 p.m. And then I'm really excited about this one. On Tuesday, October 7th, we've got a meatball competition going on.
Is that with Jack Knapp?
Well, Jack Knapp will be participating.
Oh.
There'll be 7 different individuals who will be putting out their favorite meatball recipes. Only 50 tickets will be sold for this event.
Roll in, roll in, roll in.
I know.
Roll in, roll in.
So the tickets are limited. They must be purchased by October 1st, so you really need to get moving on that one. And it's $5 per person. Give us a call at the center. We have tickets available there as well.
And for those of you that lost track, October 1st is this coming Wednesday.
Yeah, get moving.
Yeah.
Because that will prove to be a really fantastic event.
It's turned into
we're really looking forward to that.
Popular event.
Yeah. It started out as they called it the fatto a mano, where Jack would bring in the biggest pot of meatballs I have ever seen in my life. And being a Sicilian myself, I've seen some really big pots of meatballs.
Oh yeah.
But this thing was huge. This year they've kind of shook it up a little bit as well.
Yeah.
And now we have a meatball competition. So we're really excited about that and looking forward to what that new event has to offer to the public. So we're thrilled to work with Festa Italiana with regards to that. And so Columbus Day weekend is going to be coming up, and we're planning a trip to Boston again to go and visit the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. We're still getting a bus squared away, so I can't give you all of the details with regards to that, but please refer to our website, www.edwardkinghouse.org, not .com, but .org. For more information on that. The MFA in Boston has a free open house on Columbus Day every single year. So admission to the museum is free. If you choose not to go to the museum, you're still welcome to come up with us to Boston and see the sights that the city has to offer. Just make sure you get back on the bus in time to go home.
Yeah, that would help.
We're looking forward to that, and we're also working on a great trip to the Great Pumpkin Festival. Through the Blackstone Valley Tourism Council.
Oh, yeah.
The train leaves from Woonsocket on October 25th to travel to Putnam, Connecticut for the Great Pumpkin Festival. And then it's a 2-hour ride going in and then a two-hour ride coming back. So there'll be more details coming up on our website with regards to that as well. In addition to that, we've got Murder at the Edward King House, our first ever venture into a murder mystery while I've been director there. And that will be coming up on October 27th. So we're really looking forward to a lot of great events coming up in October for fun. Our VNS, our visiting nurse flu clinic, is going to be held on October 17th from 11 to 1. I cannot stress enough that this flu vaccine is incredibly important to everyone, not just our seniors. The more folks that are inoculated, the less likely that we will suffer the what could be devastating issues that come with contracting the flu during flu season. What else, my friend? Let's see. Prescription Take-Back Day.
All right. I saw a little blurb about that.
Yep. And if you're listening right now, it's happening right now on Saturday. Local police departments will be hosting Prescription Take-Back Day. Folks, get into your medicine cabinets.
Yes.
Take it out. If you're not using it, you haven't used it, it's the expiration date has expired. Get it out of your medicine cabinets. Take off your personal information from those prescription bottles, and take it on down to the to the police station. You really can do that any time of year. But this is a great reminder to get rid of all that stuff and take it on down to the Newport Police Station or the Middletown Police Station or Portsmouth for that matter, and really get rid of that stuff. You don't need it. It's not good for you, and it's not good for anyone else around you.
And it's not good to flush either.
It's not good to flush. Don't put it into the water supply. Yeah. Let them dispose of it properly.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. What else, my friend? Let's see. Oh, the lunch program. So our lunch program is beginning to grow.
I got to get up to one of those soon.
I'm telling you, we miss you, Art.
Now that things are winding down here. Yeah.
I know, as we're getting into the winter months now.
Yeah.
It's doing really, really well. I am encouraging folks that even if you haven't made your 24-hour in advance reservation, although we strongly encourage you to do so, come on over and take the chance that we have an extra meal for you. Really, $3 for an individual suggested donation over the age of 60. If you're 59 or younger, it's a required $5. It's literally the soup to nuts meal.
Yep.
You really can't beat it anywhere in
As
the
I
city
say,
or on the
I
island.
can attest to that. It's
Absolutely.
It's really an appetizer, meal, dessert, whole nine yards.
The whole thing. And if not the Edward King House, then the Middletown Senior Center or the Portsmouth Senior Center. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So please come on by. If you've never tried it before, come by and try it once. You'll be hooked.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
You got it. So let's see. Let's look a little further ahead, a little save the date. Mark your calendars. The Kentucky Derby Run for the Roses event last May was so popular that indeed it's coming back again this year. So mark your calendar, May 2nd at the Edward King House.
Oh, that date sounds good to me.
I know, huh? Already. And for you ladies, make sure you've got that beautiful hat prepared. And for the gentlemen, the seersucker suit is always welcome. We took a wonderful trip to New York City this past September. We had such a great time.
I bet.
That we want to go back out on the road again. So it looks like every September we'll be taking a trip somewhere around New England. If at least not up and down the East Coast. And next September, we're planning a trip to Washington, D.C.
Nice.
September 18th to the 21st. It's a 4-day, 3-night excursion, $400. You can't beat it with Diamond Tours. We'll be posting that up on our website in the coming weeks as well.
I haven't absolutely been a globetrotter in my lifetime, but one of the most memorable trips I did go on was to Washington, D.C. It really is fascinating stuff.
Absolutely. I haven't been since I was a kid, and I'm really looking forward to...
You get into, like, the Smithsonian, and it just knocks your socks
and the
off.
Monuments, and some of the new memorials, and, they may not be so new, they're new to me now. But I'm really looking forward to taking this fantastic group of travelers. New York City was such a wonderful time. Little Italy was delightful. We went to the 9/11 Memorial. We had a fantastic bus tour of the city itself. So the great thing about these trips is that it's a good mix of on the bus and off the bus. So for folks who can't walk for long distances, this trip is still good for them, as well as the folks who would like to walk for miles and miles and miles. The food was delicious. Diamond Tours does a fantastic job. We're really thrilled about preparing for that upcoming trip as well.
And that is not only open to members, but members have first priority.
That's right. Members have first priority.
But whatever vacancies are left are open to anybody.
Absolutely.
Who.
Yep. And families are welcome to join us as well. It is a double occupancy trip, so we encourage folks to come in pairs, whether they're friends that are coming along, or husband and wife team, or in my case it was myself and my son. We really had such a fantastic job, fantastic time while we were in the city. We can't wait to hit the road again for the next one. So we're really looking forward to that. And then just a few more tidbits. We were just talking about Falls Prevention Month. We've been working very closely with our friends from East Bay Community Action, and they're going to be providing a free program called A Matter of Balance at the Edward King House. We have some spots left open for that program. Give us a call at 846-7426. It's going to be conducted beginning November 5th on Wednesdays and Fridays. They are 2-hour sessions that help folks to have a much better understanding of of getting their balance together and having a better understanding of how your gait changes as you grow older, and what a dizzy spell may or may not do. It's designed to reduce the fear of falling and increase activity levels among older adults. So it's an easy breezy program. We'd really love to have folks come and join us. We have a few spots left. Give us a call. We'd love to have you come and join us. And our friends with the Foster Grandparents Program, still out of EBCAP, they're also looking for new recruits, so give us a call with regards to that as well if you're interested in the Foster Grandparents Program, and we'll get you connected. And last but not least, it's election season.
Yep.
And we're not going to talk about any of the folks who are running or any of the issues, but what we are going to encourage folks to do is to get out to vote. I think our senior population tends to forget that they're 1/3 of the population here in Newport County. They hold a lot of power at that ballot. They hold the fiscal power at the cash register, and they hold the voting power at the ballot. Get out to vote on November 4th. Vote for whoever you choose, vote for whatever you choose, but get out and do your civic duty.
Yeah. And I mean, there are a lot of a lot of candidate forums and a lot of discussion now about
That's
getting
right.
into more detail about various referendum items, and it's really important to take advantage of those. Do your homework.
Do your homework.
And, I mean, come to your own conclusion. We're not going to try to sway anybody
Absolutely.
one way or the other. And then, then go to the polls and exercise your...
Exercise your right, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do predict that there's going to be a big voter turnout this year.
I would think.
And for good reason, but do your
Sure.
homework. Watch public access, watch your news station, listen to the radio, read your newspapers, read all of those media outlets, get on the internet, find out what's going on. I promise you that it'll affect you, either directly or indirectly, for you, your family, visitors. I live in Middletown. I don't live in the city of Newport. I work in the city of Newport, and I'm encouraging everyone, no matter where you come from, get out and get to the vote.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, listen, Carm, anything else that we left out, or we got pretty much covered? Good luck with your cocktail event this weekend.
Thank you.
I know you pretty much sold out again, didn't you?
Yep, absolutely.
Good
So
for
we're
you.
we're really looking forward to a great member event, and it's and it looks like the weather's going to be great for it.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to it. Thank you.
And again, I urge everybody to get on your website on a regular basis, because you update it.
Yep,
And you can provide Carm with, if you have an email address,
that's right.
and you'll get all, like I do constantly, get all the hits on what's going on.
Absolutely.
You can take a look at the monthly, I know you have September and the October menus posted
That's right.
for your lunch program every Monday through Friday. So take a look at the website. It's very well done and updated. And again, it is
www.edwardkinghouse.org.
all right. Very good. Well, listen, Carm, it's always informative stuff, and naturally, we wish you well with all the programs going on that help not just the seniors. There's a lot of good information that you provide that all of us can
That's right.
educate ourselves with.
We serve the community, absolutely.
So, well, keep up the good work.
Thank you, Art.
We'll talk to you next month.
Sounds good. See you soon.